It's a brand new video. Now this is a little bit more, I guess, type of videos that you will see on this channel. Now, this is really going to be like a story type video of me talking about what happened in the past to me. You guys probably seen a lot of other YouTubers do this, as I did, so that's why I'm doing this video. Now this is going to be a time that I actually got caught skipping at my high school. Now I was only in 9th grade when I got caught, and we skipped a few more times before this actually happened. We almost got caught by a police officer, and just like the video if you want to hear that story. Now, this was a time when I was in ROTC. I was in 9th grade, just remember that, I was in 9th grade. So I really didn't know much about the school. Now, I think we're just about to get to the end of the 9th grade year. I think this was our exam. Yeah, it was. This was our exam. This was the exam week. Now, we were done with the exam today. I think today was like Tuesday, and we did like first period exam. Now, we were at 4th period, and me and my friends got together right at the 3rd period. So once we got together at the 3rd period, we all just sat there and kept talking. Usually we get about 5 minutes before the bell rings for us to get into classes, which is a late bell. Now, in 3rd period, we always used to talk and be like, hey man, do you want to skip? Do you want to skip? And everybody would sometimes say no. If it's like a little small group going, everybody will say no. But me and my friends actually got together. It was 3 of them. No, actually 2 of them. 3 of them counting me. So one was named Jeremy, another one was named Tyreek. Now what we were doing was we met up at the 3rd period and we went to courtyard, and then we started talking and making plans as in let's go ahead and go skip. Now what we did is on 3rd period, usually 12th graders get out around that time as 12th graders at dismissal time. So what we did, we snuck out with some 12th graders. Now, this is like a big pack of 12th graders that walk out at the same time. So what we do, we usually go out at the same time they do. So what we did, we just left with them and we just ran to the street. Now, let's talk. Alright, so now, right now we're at the street. And we take our book bags and we throw it in the woods. Just so like no one would expect that we're actually in school, you know. Like, what would you guys do when you were skipping? Because we didn't have a car at this time. We did not have a car, so we could not drive. Couldn't just go home. So what we did was just throw our book bags in the woods, and we just ran down the street. Now, there was a stop sign. Now, like, alright, so there's a straightaway and there's a left. So we took a left, and then there's another left up ahead. So we took another left. And then right there, there's usually like a water tower. It's like a big water tower that's standing there. And what we did, we just laid down in the woods right there and just waited till the time to go by. Now, Tyreek was the type of guy to like just walk around. He didn't really care if he got caught or not. He didn't want to get caught, but you know, he really did not care. If he got caught, he got caught. No big deal. Jeremy, on the other hand, he was a person that just don't care. Like, he just does not care. And Tyreek was just sitting there just walking around. He went up and down the street, walking. And that's basically that part of the story. Alright, so now it was coming to the time that what we had to do is get back to the school to actually get on the bus, to catch the bus. Now, we were just walking around and it was about 3:40. The bell rings around 4 o'clock. So we were heading back right now, but first we were just walking around, just having a good time, talking to each other, talking about stories that like actually happened in our lives. So after that, we just let the time go by a little bit more. It was about 3:50 or 3:55 when we were starting to walk back. Now, I was in ROTC in high school. In my 9th grade year, I was in ROTC. Now, the ROTC building is like a little bit way across from where we are. So what we were doing, we were walking right back to the school, and we're getting really, really close back to the school. So what we did, we were just about to go get our book bags, and actually, no, I turn around and I see a bus. Now, I knew what this bus was. I knew it was my ROTC coach. I knew it was. His name is First Sergeant. That's what we call him. And I knew it was him. The reason I knew is because that's the way we always come. I forgot this. And I told them, I was like, okay, so now what are we going to do? And I started yelling at Jeremy, like, hey, that's First Sergeant right there. That's First Sergeant. Yeah. And he turns around, nah, that ain't First Sergeant. It's not him, dude. It's calm down. It's not him. And I was like, oh, okay. Well, what are you saying? Now, at this point, I was not freaking out, but I was scared.
Get eyes on.
I'm not just gonna be like, oh god, yeah, I don't care. I'm not that type of person. I'm like the kind of person like if I get caught, I'm screwed. So the bus starts slowing down beside us, and at this point, I knew it was gonna mess up. I knew it was time. I knew
Simulation
there was something
restored.
going on. And next you know, we hear the doors open on the bus. So, so after the doors open, Jeremy starts looking at me. Tyreek is still looking at me. Jeremy just keeps walking. He turns around after looking at me and just keeps walking straight. Me and Tyreek are sitting there talking, and next you know, we just hear First Sergeant on the... Now at this point, what we heard was First Sergeant on the walkie-talkie telling the deputy something about, deputy, we have 3 male students out here by the senior parking lot coming back to the school. Now, First Sergeant knew it was me. He knew it was me. He looked at me and Tyreek, because me and Tyreek were in ROTC together. So, so what happened from here to now is he told us to get on the bus. Me and Tyreek got on the bus. Everybody was like freaking out, so I was like, oh snap, so I'm cool now, yeah, I'm cool. So, so that's basically what happened is we got on, alright, so me and Tyreek got on the bus. Jeremy keeps walking, and First Sergeant keeps pulling up, hey, get on the bus now, get on this bus. And Jeremy's sitting there still walking, saying, hey man, I gotta get my bag, First Sergeant then says, okay then, I'm gonna take you to the bag. So he gets on the bus, and then he just hauls ass to the school. He hauls to the school on the bus. And we're sitting there yelling at him like, hey, we need to get our bags are right here. And he does not care. He does not care. He's still going to the school, he pulls in, and then he tells us to get off. So we get off, he looks at me and Tyreek and said, I know you two. Both of y'all are going to get punished when we get back here tomorrow. And he looks at Jeremy and says, and you, I don't even know you. What are you doing skipping? Alright, so at this point we go to the next part. And he then tells us, you know, I'm not going to report y'all. I'm not going to report y'all for skipping class, because this is exam week. But if I catch you skipping again, I'm going to send you to the office. And we're all okay now. And by now, we were just good. And what he told us was just go get your bags. Go get your bags right now. So we just start running to go get our bags. And that's basically it, guys. That's how I got called skipping. By the way, guys, if you guys are in school and if you guys ever skip, just don't skip. Come on. You don't want to get in trouble. I mean, we basically got in trouble somewhat, not a lot, only because it was test week. We had our 9-week test. I think we had our exams. I'm not too sure which one it was. I think it was the exams, which are the final exams. I think we were skipping on the final exam week. That's how we did not get in trouble. Anyway, guys, if you guys have any stories of you guys skipping or if you guys getting in trouble, if you have any stories to tell, comment down below. And also, guys, please like this video and leave it and subscribe. Thank you, guys.